Okay folks, this is my first experiment with this and I'm going to try it. I tried it on one, I'm going to try it on the other. I antiqued this piece here. Now the red, of course, I did this at a later time versus this one. So the reds may not be exactly the same colors you see after I do the antiquing solution. I told you from the policeman, last tape of the policeman, the double cone policeman, that I did a different finish on it. And it was a little blotchy. I didn't seal it. I am a one with trial and error. I just give it a try, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and I have no one to blame but myself if it doesn't work. So if you're going to try this, please try it on a piece you don't really care about, or on a piece that you're going to carve and paint just like you normally do. Just take a piece of wood, carve it a bit, and do a few cuts in it, paint it like you would with some white on it, and see if, and finish it off like you normally would, and then try this solution that I'm about to tell you. Try it at your own risk. I don't guarantee the results 6 months from now. I have no idea how it will finish out. I would assume that it would still look the same 6 months from now. Many people use a linseed oil and they mix some brown umber or something in the solution to give it an antique look. And I just cannot. I bought some mint wax one time and mixed some things, and I had to have that carving outside for a while. I couldn't stand the smell of it. So I came up with something that's odorless. It's easy to mix. Well, kind of easy to mix. It takes some doing. If I had a blender here, I would have done it, and then I thought of that after I had mixed it, that I could do it. But what you want to do is you want to get mineral oil, and I figured mineral oil I use on the spoons. People use it on spoons all the time. And when you use mineral oil on a spoon, you just let it soak it up, and you put a few coats on, and then it dries kinda, and you can use it, okay? And you can redo it every so often. Well, on a wood carving, on an antique solution, I have that antique solution that I bought that's acrylic, which is water-based. Mineral oil is oil, so what you want to do is use a brown that is a pigment ink in it that's oil-based. So I went to the store and I had mineral oil here already, and I got a jar from my kitchen, and I put a solution together, and what you're seeing is brown oil paint, a burnt umber, mixed with mineral oil. Now it took some shaking. I only filled it halfway and then went ahead and shook it to death for about, maybe 3 minutes. Then I still have some little bit of solids that have floated to the bottom that still hasn't mixed, but you can see it's staying mixed. It's not. This was done maybe an hour or two ago, and I thought, I had a little carving, and I thought, I'm going to dip the whole thing in the jar. I want the jar wide enough that I could get a carving into. I could put it on with a brush if you want, but this is what I've done, and I'm going to show you, and we're going to do this guy right next door to it. So I'm going to attempt, and what you want to do is take a towel, any kind of towel or a rag that you can use, because it is a messy job. So what I do is I turn it upside down, and I put them in, take it out. This won't be as dark because the red is not as dark. And flip it around, and we'll do the other side. Now we're just going to let it sit for a couple minutes. I'm going to let it drip off because there's a lot of oil on it. And I'm just going to let it go here. Alright. And, just let it go for a little bit. See if we can get the same results. And I'm going to dip the top again a little bit. Mix it up so it's all nicely mixed. There we go. Now I didn't seal any of this stuff. I'm just going to let it continue to drip off here. We're going to set him back a little ways. I'm going to put the towel out front. I know this towel looks kind of used. It's already been used on a couple of pieces. And I'm going to take it and I'm going to let it sit for a little bit. And then I'm going to slowly start dabbing the oil off. Okay, I'm not going to rub anything off, I'm just dabbing things off. Alright, just like so. You see the face got a little darker. You got to remember the face, I didn't paint this face like I did the other. Alright, and now I'm going to just buff it up a little bit. Alright. And in fact, I did this one in 2009. How about that? But that's the antiquing solution. See how nice and his face got a little darker? Because it was a natural, you know, it was a natural. I'm just going to... Alright, see how it kind of brought it to life a little bit? Now the beard doesn't have quite the distinction as this one did. I don't know why. Maybe it's just the way it is. I don't know why, but the white's not as white as it was before. And, you know, the whole thing has been done. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sit it on, I have it all dried off, or as much of the oil off of it as I can right now. And I'm going to just set it here. And we're going to take another look at it and see the difference. Alright, that's what he looks like. He looks a little more, how can I say, he looks a little more, the colors look a little more deeper than what they did. And that's what they look like. Okay, so the colors almost, after getting it done, you can see that the colors are almost the same. Now the beard didn't come out as dark as this, and I'm not sure exactly why. Let me try something here. I'll use a pencil and mix this up a little bit. Yeah, okay. Oh, it's settled to the bottom. You may have to shake it a little bit before you dip it. Let's do the face one more time, just to see if that will make any difference. I don't know. It might. But, let's dip his beard in there anyway. And just try it one more time. And see if that does anything different or not. You can make this solution as dark as you want. Didn't want to go too dark with it. It is a messier way of doing it. We're just going to let it sit for a little bit. I'm going to go back and start dabbing this off here. Yeah, that's a little better. Well, kinda. But it's definitely, let me bring it over to the camera so you can see it. I certainly don't want to dump that everywhere. There's no odor to this. That's the beauty of it. Now, it doesn't look as alright, so there you go. There you go. The second time I made it come out just a little bit darker. But this one's darker. I don't know if it was done a little differently, but it came out really nice. I think they both came out pretty good, considering they hadn't been dipped in a couple of years. These were done a couple of years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. They look nice. I kind of brought it back to life a little bit more deeper colors and all that. Okay, so, and how much solution you want to put in here? You only want to put a little strip, maybe half of a strip in there, and then out of the tube, or a quarter of an inch to an inch, half an inch, I'm sorry, in here, and then go ahead and shake it up as much as you want, and when you're done, just put it away. There's no fear of anything burning, or, you know, the rags and stuff with the oils and such. Okay, so I don't think there is any on anyway, but you still don't want to wrap up these towels too tight. You want to let them air dry, or throw them in the wash or something. There's no petroleum in them at all. All right, so I hope this has helped you, and that you were able to see a difference on these. Okay, take care. Bye bye.